Don't embarrass me too bad in front of my fans, nigga.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
All of my enemies. Yeah. Hey, that's what they wanted to play on.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. On is the punter, Ryan, to send this one away. So a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Say I play 10 minutes.
Carr now on 1st down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I always forget what I down play at.
2nd down following the run. Now Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Fresh set of downs here. To throw his car.
No!
Looking for
Shit!
Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Maxwell. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Charles, earlier we talked a lot about Russell Wilson, what a great job he did last year in 2017 as Seattle's offense is working their way back onto the field. But they're probably going to need to find a running game to alleviate some of that pressure on Wilson, right?
Yeah, you think? I mean, my goodness, when you take a look at what Russell Wilson did, he more than doubled the rushing yardage of Mike Davis, who finished 2nd. And Mike Davis didn't begin the year on Seattle's roster. They went through a number of runners this season, none of them that fit and really hit. Chris Carson, they thought was going to be the guy who got hurt early in the year, but they definitely have to find a running game and get back to playing that Seattle football of run first and let Russell Wilson take over from there.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And they have possession. Have it at the 38-yard line. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump.
No, I
the
haven't talked to
season
him yet.
before.
I actually forgot.
Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side?
Forgot
he
them
took home
both.
Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball.
I'm going to get my
Sean
shit
McVay
together one
deserving,
day.
I think you would agree, of Coach
I'm going to get my shit together one day.
Definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
Oh,
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Oh, buddy. Oh, I can work with that. I can work with that. I can work with that. That ain't a bad play.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Caught left side to Crabtree. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard
like he
line.
was supposed to.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing in too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. DeAndre Washington, his first carry. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Nigga, fuck you.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Carr gonna throw. This is caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They come out here in the eye. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now from back at the 5. This is 3rd and goal.
Strong right.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Out to kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for Los Angeles.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
What up?
Now Carr.
Oh, get rid of it.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd and short.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Damn,
and the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Carr, and on is Sebastian Janikowski. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards. They just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that
Last
one?
night, we told him to put something on for him.
Is someone on
I
the
cut
field
on that
got confused? Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told.
Watch you play.
Taken down back shy of the 20. Now,
I ain't won
and the
yet,
Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain.
Nigga,
puts them in a pretty good spot.
Don't be like that,
nigga. On 2nd down. Rawls.
Okay, I got you.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Thank you for motivation, though.
They'll lose a yard.
I see what I can do, man. I see what I can do, man. I tell you, it's been a while.
Old school defensive tackle play dictators just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you. And if a guy came near, tackle it. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past him, get upfield, and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Here we go. You want it, eh?
3 down.
Carr now on 1st down. To the right side, he's got Cooper.
Oh, that was whole shit.
A gain of 6 there on
Get your legs
first.
together.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
That was nice.
Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas.
Ooh.
Through an opening, and there he goes.
Nice.
Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was awesome.
I'm going to say a fly or something.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right there and go.
Just don't touch
really
that.
The preferred word.
Hit this nearby.
I want to give a hat tip real quick,
Unless
Charles,
you
to
don't
J.J.
like,
Watt before the
edge
possession
of it,
switches
he
here.
gonna
Walter
run.
paid the NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane
you can run from side to side.
Hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both
used to.
Also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award.
And all the way in, touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, 75 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct.
That's your daddy watching?
Counts.
You don't know.
Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it.
I was saying, was he watching the broadcast? Say somebody watching.
Limits out there, and
I was saying, was it his ass?
Glad
I know you kicked him out.
Trying to chase him.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl.
Say something, write
February
something in the
5th.
chat.
What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both
It
sides.
certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles, the backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Ooh, he still
Exactly
caught
the
it.
type
It
of
ain't
game
count.
the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game, and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game. But I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette.
Wrong button again.
Fred shut it down.
Fucking with the wrong button.
There, but this is what zone defenses count on.
Oh, well, goddamn it, I'm glad.
And not much run after the catch.
You might have had me just then.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Oh, shit.
Picked off by Travis Carey. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense.
That's you watching
the
Soldier?
other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
No!
Here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson.
Thank you.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Get down.
Here's Carr to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
This nigga here.
Man left.
Yeah, some inspiration. You know that?
4 down. Check. 4 down.
You can only imagine how it is when I have to play your dad.
They'll run with
This is how
Lynch.
he's talking now.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
Oh,
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Seth Roberts, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They start on the ground with Rawls. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interception.
I'm with you on that one.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation
wrong person.
by the defense.
Escaping
Don't do
the
it.
pressure right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. They'll indeed go for him with Wilson. He's just going to
damn, I
off
couldn't
to
get
his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 3. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Focus, defense, focus. 53 is the mic. Let's go.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we
Don't be over there giving tips, soldier.
aside here in this second quarter. First down and 10 now.
Who's gonna make the man do it your way? He got this, goddammit. Worry about him.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Going for the deep ball. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Maxwell. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Watch tight end. 3 down. Tight. Move the team. Gun. Slam. Tight.
First down, this is Rawls. A big hit. Knocked out sideways at the 12-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
They go again with Rawls. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
And it's up and good. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off.
Damn.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They got one now, goddamn. Go home good. They got their money's worth.
Carr now on first down.
What?
And my goodness, another
Hell
interception.
no.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Rolls again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
53, Mike. Here we go.
They run with a power back. Rawls. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Now it's Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Khalil Mack. The 20, 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
Halftime, or you
But
want
they
to keep going
can't
the whole
afford
time?
to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Justin Ellis with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson dancing to his left. Room here to run. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Yeah, I was asking him, did he want to go to halftime or did he want to keep going?
A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Nice. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Raiders pick it up.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bobby Wagner in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Down. Hey.
Now Carr throwing on second down. A right side catch by Crabtree. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Double tight. 3 down. 180.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch, a 23-yard run. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Double tight.
A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. And some room to work. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down. The Seahawks on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Double tight.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened,
Boy,
the
they
guy
ain't
who threw
shit.
hit one of
fucking
Heisman
commentators.
Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking
You want to
about
keep
one
going
game,
after halftime, or you
7,
want to
you're right, not lucky
leave it at
all.
halftime?
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it
Well,
in
look here,
2001
you know?
to throw 7 picks.
Baby! Get him, boy! Get him, boys!
There's a nigga trying to kill me. This at least to halftime. On what? Oh, okay. Yeah, that shit through Dylan. Nigga, they say 19 now. What the fuck y'all still playing 18 for? Alright, let's try this again. Tell him to hit resume. Oh, there you go. Marlon threw 2 touchdowns? Oh, threw. I mean, yeah, I know what he mean by that. Okay. That shit froze for real, too. Hold on, let's see. All right. Damn, ain't that a bitch? Hell yeah. Cause it was saying wait for you, for you to hit resume, and then once you hit resume, that shit just froze. Yeah. I ain't never seen this before. He said, let me